What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Black and White 2. In the last episode, we continued to make our way through Route 14 on our way to Lacunosa Town, and we still have quite a bit left to do. But in the last episode, we managed to catch ourselves our very first legendary in this game, which is none other than the first primary Sword of Justice, if I can find it in here. Cobalion! That's right. We were able to catch it at the end of the last episode in, I think, 7 Ultra Balls or something like that. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. We still have a number of items and trainers left to take care of here on this route, so we're going to go through all of those today. I think we honestly only have like 3 left, if I could be completely honest with you. I think there's Ace Trainer. There's another Pokemon Ranger, and then I think there's like one more on the north end of the route, and then we're probably going to be good here. Was able to get, and this jump kick is going to hurt, was able to get Farina really close to evolving in the last episode, but I ripped the experience share. Oh, man. Ripped the experience share off of, I'm going to go Johanna here. Off of him, so we're going to be relying on a rare candy that is going to be available to us here relatively soon, and I'm just going to evolve based on that. Ooh, Flame Body activating too. I like it, Johanna. I like it a lot. Now we can finally actually do things with you now that you have Psychic. Like, it's not much. Well, yeah, it is something, actually. It's a pretty darn good move, but it is obviously not the most ideal move to be using on Johanna when you would much rather have Bug or Fire-type moves. But the Fire-type move situation will be remedied here in due time. Just trust me on that. Okay, I am... Ooh, what do I want to use for the... I guess I'll just switch to Tomoe. Why not? I need to give her more screen time anyway. She's got to be taken out more. I mean, it's a fire type. Of course, we're going to freaking take care of it this way. I think it's so much easier. But okay. I'm going to use... I'll just use Surf on you. No problem whatsoever. And down you go. Awesome. Okay, and actually what I'm going to do is, before we get into the next battle, because I honestly might be able to push Farina to level 44 and then just use the one rare candy that I have if I play my cards right here. But I'm going to push Farina to the front of the party, and we are going to stick with that. And then I'm actually going to swap Tomoe out for Jack, but I'm also going to heal Jack. Because the other, we already fought the one Pokemon Ranger in this area who had a triple battle. Can you guess what the other Pokemon Ranger is going to throw at us? That's right. It's going to be a rotation battle, so we're going to have to deal with them. But let's grab this item first. We get ourselves a star piece. Good for selling. Hang on to those, though. Don't sell them at Pokemarts. They are better to be sold to item maniacs, just like most other valuable items are. So just, we'll do that a little bit later. For now, let's battle you. Now, this trainer is going to be throwing 3 Pokemon, 2 Pokemon that are weak to Ground-type moves and 1 that is weak to Rock-type moves. Jolteon, Galvantula, and Nosepass. And this is the main reason I wanted to have Farina in the party, because Farina resists pretty much everything all 3 of these Pokemon can throw at me. Okay, I'm going to try an Earth Power here and hope it doesn't switch to Galvantula, and it didn't. So that is ideal. Try to hit you with that. And of course, I do have Rock Slide for the Galvantula. Not bad. Sandstorm also can't do any damage to Farina as well. And I don't think Sandstorm can hit of the other Pokemon in the rotation battle, so I think we'll be fine. Let's just do another Earth Power. Yeah, keep the Nosepass out. Why not? Okay, now it's a 50-50 of whether or not the move I pick is going to be the right one. Earth Power is still good on Galvantula, though. It's not the most ideal move, but it does a fair bit of damage, so we'll take it. Jack hits level 40. Not bad. On to Jolteon. Let's use another Earth Power here. Yep, okay, there it is. Unnerved, too nervous to eat berries. Gastro Acid, which is going to suppress the ability, so now we can be hit by Ground-type moves. Not that that's really a big issue with these two, but whatever. Buffeted by the Sandstorm. I'm going to use a Rock Slide here. Okay, it didn't swap, so we should be fine to knock this thing out. Eviolite coming in clutch there. And down goes Galvantula. All right, Jolteon should be an easy knockout. I don't think we're going to one-shot it, though, because Jolteon's special defense is actually pretty decent. So I would assume it's going to be able to tank one of these, and then maybe the next one will knock it out. But we'll see. Doesn't affect, so this Jolteon is useless in this situation. I guess I could try to use Pin Missile, but I doubt that's going to do it any good. And I'm just going to be lazy here, and I'm going to use Crunch. Because I get the feeling we're going to go right through its physical defenses. Yeah! Beautiful. Good job, Farina. I'm very proud of you. You did, like, all the work that time. It's definitely an optimal battle for you, but still, we take those victories. Okay, another Citrus Berry. Not bad. Got one of those from the last ranger as well. Real quick, let's make sure there aren't any items down this way, but it looks like there is probably going to be. Okay, we got a house here. Let's see what's going on. Hello? You. Did not mean to look at that. Pokemon used to deliver mail to everyone. I know, I'll give you the power band this Pokemon brought me. And, yep, like it says, we get ourselves a power band. Now, the power band, this is one of the many effort value raising items that you can get at the expensive speed. We went over these in the Pokemon World Tournament because that's where they could be purchased. The Power Band in particular is for raising special defense. If you are playing Black 2, however, you would get a Power Lens, which is for raising special attack, which I have to say I feel is a much more useful item. I don't find myself EV training for special defense nearly as often as I do for special attack. I don't think these two have anything useful to say, though, so we're just going to kind of move on from that. And I think now, is there any other items over this way? Maybe, nope, nothing here? Nothing at all? Okay, let's head back up. And now we can go to the north end of the route, although those cut trees have reappeared. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't really mind using all of these max repels as often as I do, even though it's kind of unnecessary. Oh, I can't get over that way, though. Or can I? Actually, you know what? I cannot, at least not from where we are at. This area is only accessible from somewhere else, so we are actually done in this route. Okay, sooner than I expected. Welcome to Lacchinosa Town, everybody. And as soon as we get here, we're going to get stopped by Professor Juniper and Bianca. Hi there, May. Hee, I used Fly, so it looks like I beat you here. Thanks for your help in Reversal Mountain. If you go straight past Lacchinosa Town, you'll reach Opelousas City, but before you go, there's something I want you two to hear. What is it? You'll know soon enough. Hurry now. All right, let's follow. See what we got. You, elder lady. You must be the ones who want to hear that old tale about Lacchinosa Town. That's right. Please tell us. All right, my dearies, please come in. One, I guess, after you, although not after Bianca for whatever reason. There she is. Behind Lacchinosa Town, there's a mighty big hole. Have you heard of the Giant Chasm? Oh, I've heard that around the Giant Chasm. There have been brief temperature readings of minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what Sharon told me anyway. The road is blocked, so we can't get there right now. A long, long time ago, the Giant Chasm was created when a big meteorite fell from the sky. A really scary Pokemon was hidden inside that meteorite. A meteorite? When darkness falls over the land, this Pokemon appears. A frigid wind follows it. It freezes everything around and eats people and Pokemon. That's why everyone was afraid. The Pokemon ate people? So our ancestors surrounded the town with walls to prevent the Pokemon from getting inside the town. Also, a rule was made forbidding anyone to go outside after dark. And that's the end of the old tale. A fascinating story. I'll add it to my research records. Everyone, we should be going. Okay, cool. That's a little scary. Some person eating Pokemon. Wasn't that an interesting folktale? The Pokemon's true identity may be unknown, but the power mentioned in the story is incredible. I know. The power to freeze everything around it could even rival the power of the legendary Dragon-type Pokemon. Yes, Bianca. It's almost like Reshiram, who scorched Unova with Blazing Fire long ago. But by the way, May, you remember the story of Reshiram? I do, actually. So remember I told you a little about it in Lentimas Town. Reshiram is a legendary Dragon-type Pokemon that lends its power to the person it recognizes as a hero who seeks truth. It has a white body and it can send forth ferocious flames. Professor, do you think there's a connection between the Pokemon from the old story and the legendary Dragon-type Pokemon? The meteorite. The meteorite? Reshiram was revived from a rock called the Lightstone. Let's suppose the meteorite from the story and this stone are one and the same. Take into account that elements from the same area were found in Dragon Spiral Tower, where Reshiram was, and in the Giant Chasm. It doesn't prove anything, but it could be a piece of the puzzle. Let's not write it off as a coincidence just yet. If your theories are true, it should be a really strong Pokemon. What kind of reason would there be for it to only come out at night? If it doesn't like sunlight or something like that? Until we look into it more deeply, it would be hard to say anything about that. Now that I think about it, the name Lacchinosa could be revived from Lacchinosa's clouds, which are clouds that resemble a net or a fence. I wonder if the name is related to the part of the story where they built walls to protect the town from that Pokemon. Sorry, I rambled on a bit, didn't I? May, could you ask Drayden about this if you get a chance? I'm going to do a little fieldwork. Bianca, help out, okay? Sure thing. Well, thanks, Bianca. Oh, just so you know, Opelousas City's mayor, Drayden, wrestles with his Pokemon to toughen them up. Professor Juniper, wait up! Okay, so he must be quite the fighter. All right, but we have a few things left to do here in Lacchinosa Town, but most of it actually can't be done until nighttime, if you can believe it. So first things first, I'm going to head on into this house. And I believe, is it this lady? Of course, it's dangerous to go out at night. Maybe you should stay inside during the afternoon, too. Then there's no danger at all. No, it's not you. It's the most... Oh, no, I'm looking on the exact wrong side of town, I think. Is it up here? I think it's up here. Yeah, let's go inside this house. There's only 2 items we can get right now while it is still light out. And one of them is this, which is a metronome. Now, I'm going to actually look into this before I get this explanation wrong because I sometimes confuse it with another item. Yep, boost a move used consecutively. Its effect is reset if another move is used. Okay, so I was going to get it confused with a different held item. So, every single turn, this move boosts the power by 20%, up to a maximum amount of 100%. This is actually a very good hold item to include with a move like Fury Cutter or Echoed Voice, things like that. Moves that already increase in power, it basically just enhances that ability even more, which is really, really nice. Now, I'm not going to really be banking on that too much with any of my Pokemon, so it's there. It's an option. It would honestly be pretty good on my Jolteon, but I think I'm just going to pass on it. We're not going to really worry about it too much. There is an item right here with a full heal, and this is all we can get in the area in the meantime, but everything else we're going to have to go and wait until nighttime falls, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head on inside the Pokemon Center, and then we're going to talk about what else there is to do in Lacusnosa Town. And as you can see, night has fallen. If we walk the streets, you can see that Hugh is still here, but pretty much everybody else has disappeared. I believe even the police officer. Everybody has gone back inside their homes, holed up, because everybody around here legitimately does believe that legend, which is kind of crazy to think about. Now, we can head on into a number of houses and get ourselves a few things. Well, I mean, we can, I believe, at least get one thing, which is over in the same house that we got the metronome in, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go on inside. And in here, there is going to be a parasol lady and a businessman. Now, this businessman, my work always keeps me very busy, so I'm thrilled if I can go home at night. I'm sorry to leave my wife lonely, but that's the life of a powerful executive. Oh, this is a souvenir from a business trip. She does not seem to need it, so I will give it to you. Once a day, he is going to give us a berry. It can be a random one, a Pechaberry, a Bluckberry, a Lumberry, or a Lepaberry. And we got ourselves a Lepaberry every single day. Or did I say Lepa? Lepaberry, excuse me. One of those every single day, so that's pretty nice. We'll definitely take that. Okay, so I am going to take Farina with me because I'm assuming that I'm going to be able to actually get him to level 44 in the fight that we are about to do. He is 3,000 experience away from leveling up. So let's go and say hello to Hugh. I'm super tempted to get some lemonades, but I think I've actually hit the point where I'm kind of past those. I think I'm going to rely on Moo Moo Milks now for the most part, and then I'm going to start buying myself some Hyper Potions. What's up? Have you seen Team Plasma anywhere around here? I heard a rumor to that effect. Oh, man, here we go. I think they just showed up right on cue.
Oh, for crying out loud, this is troublesome indeed, my curious trainers. Perhaps I should satiate your curiosity somewhat. The reason I am still part of Team Plasma is this. I want to know how the world will change. Listen, Pokemon are nature. Pokeballs are civilization. Humans who are used to civilization don't relinquish it easily. Of course, both nature and civilization are important, but what will happen to a world taken over by Team Plasma? People will be forced to throw out Pokeballs, a product of civilization. I want to know what that looks like, and I want to enjoy it. Shut your mouth. All I want is to get back a stolen Pokemon. May, give me a hand. You ready? Let's do it, Hugh. You're about to feel my rage. Oh my gosh, Hugh. Never change, buddy. Never change. Now, Zinzalin is going to be packing some interesting Pokemon here because for some reason he specializes in ice types. The Grunt is going to stick to poison type Pokemon, which, that's fine. This Cryogonal, though, is the main thing to watch out for, and this is also the main reason I wanted to keep Farina out because a single Rock Slide is going to be absolutely wonderful in this fight. Cryogonal has some amazing stats, except its physical defense, which is absolutely pathetic. It is so bad that it nearly got one shot right there. Oh, but then there's that. I was really hoping Farina was going to be able to go outspeed the Cryogonal once, but unfortunately I was not so lucky. All right, well, what I'll do then, fine. I was banking on him being slightly faster than Cryogonal. He was not. It's okay. I'm actually going to do a heal there, though, because I really want him to get that experience. Might as well. We're trying to get him to level 44 at this point. I was going to wait on another rare candy, but I don't think it's going to be necessary at this point. Down goes Cryogonal. I'll still get the experience for him. No problem. Everyone gets a little bit. Here comes Acrobatics. That's going to hurt a lot on Superior. Holy crap. Okay, next we have Sneasel.
And Sneasel is ice and dark, obviously. This will be a great opportunity for me to use Water Pulse, I guess. Hugh's going to use a Hyper Potion. Honestly, smart move. Although we should get rid of the Golbat, but I would really like to focus on the one here. So waits for the target to make its move. Here comes Acrobatics again. I don't know if you're going to be able to outspeed that again, dude. We probably just need to take care of this Golbat. But the problem is that the other Pokemon that they have isn't much better to deal with. Here comes Slash. Because, yeah, any poison types are going to suck. There's a Slam. Okay. Can you tank this last Air Cutter? Yes, you can. Especially when the damage is split between them. There is another Water Pulse. I almost want to use Surf in this situation, but I think I'm going to pass on it. You know, honestly, I probably should have just been using X-Scissor here, huh? I don't know if that would have done more damage, though. I'm not 100%. Oh, now you're going to make me use X-Scissor on the Golbat. Gosh dang it. That is not what I wanted at all. How did you survive? I am, like, flabbergasted. Okay, well, now that all the Ice-type Pokemon are gone, I'm going to switch back to Farina for this. Please and thank you. Because I would like Farina to get the bulk of the experience here, although I'm sure Superior is about to go down to this next attack. And there we go. Okay, hang in there, Farina. You should be fine. We'll see what Hugh throws out next, which is going to be Unpheasant. That's okay. Do I heal Farina or do I just go for it with the Rock Slide? I think I should heal. I think that would be smart in this situation. Just to be, you know, better safe than sorry. I don't think there's anything the Golbat has that's going to one-shot Farina, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, you're going to use Razor Wind, I guess. There goes Air Cutter. How much is that going to do? I probably would have been okay. It's fine. Whatever. Let's just use Crunch in this situation. I don't need to go all out with the Rock Slide, and it didn't matter anyway, because Air Cutter took care of the problem. Good job. Okay, Tomoe got to level 39, not bad. And then we get Garbodor, who is going to be getting the Earth Power treatment for sure. And no, I selected the wrong slot. It's going to miss now. Just kidding. Get out of here. I don't know if it's actually going to one-shot it, but it's going to do a little bit of damage. There we go. Body Slam. That's going to hurt. That is the main reason I wanted to heal right there, is because of this Garbodor, but I didn't know if I wanted to do it early. It's okay. Razor Wind was enough to take this thing down. And there we go. Ah, so close. So close. What a blunder to have made in front of Zinzalin.
That pressure I felt from you just now. What was that?
I don't know, but you guys just gave me a ton of money, and I will take it. What's with these two? I'm battling alongside Zinzalin. This shouldn't be happening.
These trainers remind me of that one from 2 years ago. More important, we must continue our search. Like that scientist said, it might be an Opelousas City. We'll play with you again later.
Wait, that scientist? What scientist? Get back here! Well, crap. Well, I guess we'll have to find out in the next episode, because that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode very, very much. In the next episode, we're going to continue heading towards Route 12, which is our last in-between before we make it to Opelousas City once and for all. I think we're going to just push Farina over the level edge as soon as we get there, and I am going to work on... I'm just going to give him the one rare candy, and I guess I'll use the other one on somebody else. I don't know. Everybody is slowly sort of catching up, but obviously we keep having that one Pokemon that is just higher level than everybody else. Right now it's Farina and also Kamina, so it's just probably going to stay that way for a little bit longer, but eventually we're going to normalize everybody once Farina finally evolves. So getting close, but yeah, next episode, heading to Route 12. Hope you're all looking forward to that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.